So they say ignorance is bliss, right? And I was, for some reason, like before I go to bed, I was thinking about that, and I wanted to do a video, just giving my opinion on it. But they say ignorance is bliss, and it's like sort of kinda because for me, I think of it like this: when like once you become knowing, it's not that the ignorance was bliss; it's just that you've grown. Because they also say what you don't know can't hurt you, right? So that has nothing to do with the mindset of bliss, right? But at the same time, when you really think of it, right? Once you become of knowing, you detach like certain stuff. I know that I've went through it. There's certain things that once you go through it and you're of knowing, you can no longer go back to how you once was. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like imagine that like that you had this friend, right? You start school, y'all been cool since the beginning of like the school year, and then like halfway through, you find out that not only like are they fake, but like it's like, and they always like low key trying to start stuff with you, but they trying to talk to your girl behind your back. They stole some of your money. You know what I'm saying? Like once you like get hit with all that information, you're gonna kind of be like, this person sucked. I can't go back to seeing you being a friend. Like you're messy, right? And it's kind of like that because I don't really know if ignorance is like the real key to bliss, like to being like bliss. At the same time, because you gotta look at it from a different perspective. I understand that there's some happiness and not knowing like how messed up things is. I get that, but at the same time, when you like when you grow and develop, especially spiritually, like when you're like one of those spiritually inclined people, how you most likely are, it's it's like your blueprint. It's your angels sending you messages, right? So they whisper to you, and you get those ideas and you move on them. And depending on like how you allow it to influence you positively or negatively, like determines how you're gonna move on to it. But it's just like it gets to a point where you can't go back to that because that's the old you, and like now you're in a whole new situation. It's like I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain, but basically when you move from one like perception, because everything holds energy, and you move to another one by disconnecting like from that one, you have to reconnect to another one in order to like fully like disconnect, because it's like you may not be feeling like the old you, but at the same time, like unless you pick up like a new habit like within that place, like drop a negative one and to pick up like a positive one, you're most likely going to go back, right? And at that point, ignorance isn't bliss because now you're of knowing, right? So now you're not happy with that decision, which is bringing a whole bunch of negative connotations, because in the end, like you were supposed to be doing something else entirely anyways. You get what I'm saying? Like that, like not once you become like of knowing, like you can't go back to that because it's like you're backtracking you, and it's not but simply because the ignorance was bliss. It's because you already closed that door, and whatever was behind you that you left, that right, that ignorance, within that there was nothing left for you, right? It served its purpose. So when you go back to something, right, you're literally backtracking. It's almost, but actually it's worse than being at a standstill, but it's the same energy. You get what I'm saying? So I don't I don't really know if we can fully say ignorance is bliss. I'm half and half on it, if we're being completely honest, because I'm not gonna lie, coming up, my ignorance wasn't really bliss at all. You feel what I'm saying? Like yeah, like before because before I found out how dark this world was, when like reading the Bible, you know how it says in the Bible that, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but, like demons and like spirits and like the dark, principalities of this world, whatever, right? And something upon them guidelines, right? And I never really understood what all that spiritual stuff in the Bible really meant growing up. Like I didn't see the world like that. Like I came up confused and I came up scared. Like because like the world seemed like a big bad place. How everybody talked about it. The world, like I was a little piggy, and the world was the big bad wolf, you know. And I remember one time, I was little. We was in Georgia. Me and my mom was riding on the MARTA train, and it was like some homeless dude, and like looking dude, like he was all raggy and stuff. And as a kid, I'm innocent, so I wasn't judgmental at all, and he had offered me like I remember it was like when Hershey's came. I think they still do. It came in like the little silver packaging, like the milk chocolate one, and like he handed it. He was like trying to hand it to me, and he asked me if I wanted some. And my mom grabbed me close, and she said no, we fine. And she like rubbed my arm and stuff like that, and she kind of like scooted us over a bit. And I remember like when we got off like I tried to talk to her, and she was like shh. She's like rubbed me and like shushed me. And when we got off the train, I asked her about the situation. Like, why didn't she let me take the candy? Like, why did she react like that? Because I had never seen her like get so like defensive and protective, right? Especially because that wasn't my mom's nature. But not trying to throw shots. I'm just being real. But no. So I asked her about it, and she was like, "That you don't accept random stuff like that from people because you don't know what they did to you, right?" And I was just like, "So you think that he poisoned it?" And she was like, "He could have." I was just like, I was like, why would someone do that? Like, why would someone like intentionally harm someone that they don't know and make it seem like a kind gesture? And my mom was like, well, she didn't know why people did that, but she was like, there was a lot of evil people in the world, and you had to protect yourself, right? And I never forgot that day because it's like, as a kid, like being that young and being that like unexperienced in life, not unexperienced, my bad. It bust my head open. It made me look at things like whoa from a whole different perspective. So because I never thought that there were people that woke up with such vengeance in their heart. They just want to cause pain and hurt to people, right? Until I start getting older and I start running into these people and feeling all this different stuff. Like I gained that experience, but it was like before knowing it, it's like I wasn't necessarily like bliss because it's like I don't know, you carry memories from like your last lifetime, so like you don't be completely ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's like like that you still have that energy and like you're still you, you know? I think I think as an empath, as a you know, us being like spiritually inclined, um, I think our biggest weakness is not knowing who we are. I know, like, because we don't know how powerful we are. We don't know how to like move, and that's how they get us. Because they tell you half truths. They play the devil's game. You know how the devil makes truth forever, and that's how he get people. Like they tell you half truths. Like your whole life is like they don't tell you the whole thing, and then and then when shit don't make sense, and you inquire about stuff. Like people make it seem like that you don't got no intelligence to catch on, and it's really because they don't even know. Like they just going with the flow of things. They don't think for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like I found out that my gift was that I'm an empath. Like that's and my psychic ability. I think it's called clear cognizance, and it's like clear thinking. Like it's different kind of like it's like different kind of like clear. It's like clear like um audience, right? Which is like that you got clear hearing and they got clear seeing. They got what I'm saying, like where you get psychic, like where you get like psychic visions, whatever, like in pictures and stuff. And me, like my innate talent is speaking. That's why I make these videos, right? And my angels and them reach out to me through my thought process. Like they whisper in my ear and I process it mentally because I don't know. I've always I don't know why it's like that, but I've always been an intellectual. Like you gotta like whatever like you're really good at, like that's your gift, and you gotta play into it. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times I didn't fully understand that. Like I understood that I was different, but at first I thought it was a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. My ignorance was bliss because when I didn't know, like it made me afraid. It made the world seem dark and fearful and like such this big monster. And the world is twisted, but it's nothing to be afraid of. You know, like we're the main characters. We're the universe observing itself. Like we aren't a single drop in the ocean. We're the entire ocean in a single drop. All those phrases start to come back and make sense now. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you're going through, I'm not trying to preach to you, even though I'm preaching, right? But I just want to let you know whatever you going through, whatever that's tough, it doesn't really matter. You're here for the experience, right? And the reason why you feel these things is because you're having a human experience as a divine being. You understand that? You're not human. So of course you're going to struggle here. That's the point of this plane is to experience, enjoy the struggle, embrace the struggle. It's not an enemy. Yeah, it may hurt you, but feel every aspect of that pain because when you miss a corner of that experience, you miss the whole picture. You get what I'm saying? Like you have to feel these things. You have to. You have to feel pain to appreciate that love and to fully feel it out. You have to feel the positive and the negative so you can be fully balanced. You have to. If you don't get the experience, you don't grow, which is the whole point of even being on earth. It's the whole point of having the human experience, right? Whatever you're super good at, that's your innate talent. And what you need to what you need to do is lean into that gift, right? When I didn't know that I was an empath and that I had clear thinking, yeah, like I was always told that I was like super smart and my brain was like off the charts, whatever. People wanted to consider me a genius. Like clinically, I don't think I am a genius, but like I'm very intelligent, right? Like I took an IQ test once. I think I was like 18, and my IQ was like 129, and they was like that's where like people start getting their doctorate degree, and I was like okay, right? But the reason why you can't fail is because the fabric of this plane, this existence, is based around you, right? You are the main character around bots, and sometimes you meet people that think like you, that's exactly like you, and have a lot of your experience, and they never seem to stay in your life long. The reason for that is because they have their own paths and they're their own main characters. You get what I'm saying? It's like watching like your favorite TV show. Not everybody can be the main character. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the people. You gonna have like your like your co-stars and shit like that, your co-host or whatever, right? Right, like the other main characters around you, but you're gonna be the main character. Like they're just the people that's close to you, right? It's just like sometimes, just like the shows, sometimes it's like y'all come together to do a crossover, right? But how often does that happen? You can't you can't have help on the path always because there's certain parts of it that you have to learn. And if you get help, it's going to take away from you seeing it the way that you need to see it and how you need to experience it because you're going to have a way out, right? You can't always have that because you need to be able to experience things and understand them on a high level because through that metamorphosis of struggle you're being transformed. It's not just you like going through a dark time. Like no, like you're transforming into what you need to be and getting closer to that enlightenment, like that spiritual enlightenment. You get what I'm saying? Like you're getting higher and higher and higher. Like you're actually changing. You're morphing, right? Because you're growing your spirit, and that's the real you. That's why it feels crazy because your spirit is tied to all of this, but your spirit is the real you and it's longing for that. It's like, give me that. I needed this guidance. I've been asking that for that for lifetimes. I'm tired of going through this process. Let me grow. It's begging you. You get what I'm saying? And you're the main character, bro. This shit not gonna smother you. You don't understand your real strength. That's what I'm saying. Our biggest weakness is not remembering who we are. Like, start meditating, start studying, remember who you are. And I'm trying to do it too. We need to remember who we are so we can grow and get the fuck on. Earth is ghetto. So this is a messed up round, bro. This is hell. People talk about hell being a fiery place. We're in hell. We make our own personal hells. Don't Earth sound like hell? All the kidnappings, all the murders. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch your back, like police brutality, like the government, like all this evil shit going on around us, like motherfuckers getting possessed by demons. Everything that happens in Earth, like the animals, the bugs, like all the gruesome shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? And motherfuckers going to war. This shit got weapons of mass destruction, all that bullshit, bro. Earth is hell. They're like hell isn't no fucking place. Like, hell is this, bro. We're already here. This is the lowest, most negative, fucked up plane that we gotta like fucking grow out of. Motherfuckers here struggling. Motherfuckers need drugs just to be here. Why everybody got mental illness? Why our bodies so sensitive, bro? Our bodies are so sensitive but yet resilient, right? Because like if you don't take care of your body, like within like the first 30 years of your life, it's like you'll be fine. But then after that, you start getting all kind of like chronic illnesses and shit like that. Like your body start breaking down over. But when you take care of it, like your body go the distance. But like any kind of stress lowers your immune system. It fucking causes ulcers and shit. Shit causes fucking cancer and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like shit really fuck you up. And it's just like all that shit is to keep you on edge with money, with the body, mind, and spirit. It's all it's all about your spiritual process. This is a long video, but yeah, bruh, you the main character. The show literally not gonna go on without you. Even when you die, bro, you coming back, bro. So enlighten yourself so you don't gotta come back to this hellhole. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick of it.